How's it going, YouTube? It's me, Ren Amamiya, former leader of the Phantom Thieves, allegedly. So anyways, you guys liked the previous two videos that we did. I'm very, very glad, very thankful for your support. So thank you very much for liking the video, subscribing to the channel, all that sort of usual shebang. So what is the kind of topic for this video? So you all wanted to kind of know a bit more, just about like what are we doing after that post the incident. Yeah, look, I don't really want to talk about the incident. Not that because like NDA and all that stuff, but I'm sure there's stuff that I can't really talk about because it's just a little bit. Well, some of it is just insane. I mean, I'm gonna sound like a weirdo, some crazy guy who thinks like the earth is flat or something. But it's just that like it's just give me some time, all right? It was so hard to get back here like right now. I'm clearly not in the cafe anymore, so it took a long time. Is the point I'm trying to make. So maybe one day I might cover it in a video about like what actually happened. But the fact of the matter is we are here now and it's over. It's all over. So that's great. The topic for this video is just like a Q&A of like what we kind of doing post, the situation, the thing. So I've honestly, it's been pretty slow, right? A lot of my friends that I met on this on the they're all back in Tokyo, right? I've recently came back home to Hamamatsu, and it's just been kind of like a really kind of slow days and just go to school, that sort of thing. I still remember all the good stuff. Like we ball with the good stuff, okay? With the whole going to the beach, going to the shops, going to Kichijoji, and hanging out with the crew, right? Going to even the bar down at Kichijoji was pretty good. Yeah. Anyways, so what have I been doing over this past sort of several months after the Tokyo incident? I've just been kind of like playing games, honestly. Besides going to school and trying to keep up with the good grades and all that. Magana has been like on my back 24/7, basically making sure that I'm like, on top of studies and all that, which I am, no doubt. But sometimes you just want to have a little fun, right? You just want to have a little fun. So I do have a couple games I've been playing. So I have been playing the new Call of Duty game. This is the what they call the Black Ops 3. It's pretty cool, man. I feel like World at War though was kind of like the GOAT, like because it had like the campaign, which is like very, very like dark, and it went to a lot of places, right? Especially with the whole Pacific theater of the war, which is not really that covered over here. Surprisingly, there's very little coverage, and if there's really coverage of the Pacific theater, it's kind of like it happened and let's move on, that sort of thing. So anyways, it was cool to see like a bit more about like what happened down there. But Black Ops 3 is more like tech futuresque. It's a bit like a game that I actually do have that's going to come up soon. But what I do like about it is that it has like a cool like running along the wall feature, which is cool. The multiplayer is really sick. Sometimes me and the boys we would kind of get on the lobby and that sort of thing. The classes are pretty interesting. Like you got the fire dude, you got like the bow and arrow guy. Cool game. It's a very cool game. It's made by Activision Blizzard, so it's a very small company, But anyways, on the topic of like Activision and Activision Blizzard and all that sort of stuff, we've got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So this is a classic. I remember getting this down at Akihabara. This was a really cool game. It has this guy. His name is, I believe, Kevin Spacey or something. He's like a Western actor or something. I had to look it up. But yeah, it's like a pretty cool actor. I think I saw him in like a show that's called like House of Cards. Is that is it correct? Am I pronouncing it correctly? I'm not too sure about that, but he's basically like this like bad guy essentially that runs, this company that's like a private army organization that kind of builds all these weapons, and then suddenly, because he has this kind of like big ass power, he then turns against the world and declares war on like the United Nations and all that, which is pretty crazy, man. I mean, when you have that kind of power, I mean, it's kind of like there's only one way that can go, I suppose. But no, it's a cool game. It's a lot of like exosuits and all that. One thing to note is the game is not great on zombies. So there's one thing that like I should have mentioned with the Black Ops 3 is that it has a zombies mode. The zombies mode is like pretty cool, bro. But very hard, like very difficult for some reason. I call me like a fake gamer or something, but I just died at like round 5. It's called like Shadows of Evil. It's like a American town, I think, set in like the 1920s. I believe it's like Great Gatsby or something. Like to get the Easter egg, it's like really complicated. This game, it's great. Just don't pick the zombies. The zombies was just really kind of disappointing. I mean, I like the concept of like zombies in exosuits because like for the longest time it was just like these zombies that were soldiers essentially, just kind of like going up to you, and then as the round progresses they just get more tankier. So in concept it's cool, but in practice it was kind of like a mixed bag. Ryuji hated the fuck out of it. He did not like it at all. This is a pretty cool one. So it's called Battlefront. It's a Star Wars game essentially. So you can play as like all these Star Wars characters. Darth Vader, I think is how you call it, like the evil bad guy from the original trilogy. And you got like Luke Skywalker, the main good guy from the original trilogy. And so you can play as all these guys. Han Solo as well, Princess Leia. They even had like Lando Calrissian in this game, which is pretty cool. I do like Lando Calrissian. He's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, it's pretty sick. So you got like the ability to do the dog fights, as they call it. I think that's the correct word. Dog fights. So essentially a plane, or sorry, like a spaceship. You can go into a spaceship and you can basically, for example, like a X-Wing. So you can use an X-Wing and attack the TIE fighter, like the enemy TIE fighter, and you can reenact sort of like the dog fights that happened in the show, the movie. The cool part about it is the amount of guns that they give you in the game. I thought that was pretty cool. You can use like Han Solo's weapon, for example, to like a rifle or a heavy machine gun, that sort of thing. And they look really cool, man. I believe they were based on like World War II weapons. They look very antique for sure. So that's like the PS4 games that I've been playing. A lot of Call of Duty, definitely. I mean, we kind of like we ball with the Call of Duty stuff, for sure. I remember playing a lot of Black Ops 1 back in the day, before all this shit happened. Shoot me a message on the chat, whatever. Just let me know, like, if you like this kind of content, if like you want to know more about like what happened after the fact, and yeah, or just what to do now. What are we doing now, essentially? Because we all kind of went our separate ways. Really, Makoto got her own house. An's doing her modeling thing. Skay's still doing the painting. Ryuji's being Ryuji. Still living though. He's the bro. Morgana is still out. I don't know where he is right now. Hopefully he's coming back. Haru's doing her own thing too as well, trying to run the company of the Big Bang Burger, all that stuff. Actually, Futaba told me that how Shujin went, and she's just having a pretty good time. I'm just glad, I'm just glad that we all kind of found our thing, and yeah, it's just been great.